This week, Chloe punches her ankle. I explain what baby oil is for, and David breaks Chloe's heart.
How did I break her heart?
With the Red Dead
You were
Redemption
fucking
thing.
Red Dead.
Oh, because I didn't
Yeah,
like Red Dead
yeah.
Redemption.
Yes, that is really
she
offensive.
was-
Because it was
I
so
can't believe-
boring.
Very, very
Because
angry.
all you
It's
are is
not
on a horse.
Oh my God.
Oh my
It is
Probably should have mentioned
boring.
this at the beginning,
Seriously,
should I
I
not?
think I
This
spent
is-
an hour and a half to
Literally.
2 hours,
This
and it
is
was
a
just
mistake.
like,
You've
and
not given it a
eventually I made it
frickin'
to the village,
chance.
and
This is the intro. This is supposed to be the intro. Can I
Fuck
continue?
you.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah, go on.
So let's strap down. Let's strap it in. And let's just do this.
This is just another trucking podcast.
What an interesting job. You know those truck driving jobs out there that just like, how did they get that? You know, like there's those big huge equipment. You know, like it's where they pretty much have to shut down freeways. Like, how do
Yeah.
you get that job?
Yeah,
You know, and it's
that's
just
cool.
I had somebody in my chat yesterday, and he used to haul wind turbine blades, and those things
I've
are
seen
That
loud.
would
those
be a
videos.
very
They're
cool job,
you know?
huge.
I've seen one time where it was a wind turbine blade, but it was sticking up at like 70 degrees.
Yeah.
So it's like 100 feet in the air. All right. Because it had to go around windy corners. It had to go into the, the rolling hills somewhere in, I don't know, Netherlands or something or whatever it is, And so the front, like it was actually sticking out in front of the cab. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was, I don't know. To me, I found that like
Have
absolutely
you
crazy.
seen how they do it in the UK?
Nope.
It's wild. It's basically, it's only attached to one point on the trailer at the very front, and it basically is just in the air.
Oh, I have seen
So-
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and from what I understand, they can angle it higher if they're going into somewhere that's more like there's more stuff going on. So they're going through a town. They can angle it higher, so it's going over buildings and shit.
That
And
is
how
something
are they
else.
avoiding like the wires and
Yeah.
stuff?
They'll take them all down.
Oh, well that
And
makes
They'll
sense.
take them all down. They're in America. They've actually got like when they've got like the bigger loads, because it's because the cables are a lot lower in America, aren't they?
Have we started our show yet?
No, we probably should start.
Right, just
which-
start right now.
Right. Hello, this is Just Another Trucking Podcast. Nearly said except for says it's definitely not. That's not existed for so very long. Hello.
Hello.
All right,
There you go.
there we go. I'm Dave. That's Chloe. So
Yep.
in America, they take down the pylons. They take down the wires that are coming across. Is that what you're saying? I've never seen that happen. I know when they're pulling the wind turbine blades in America that I've seen, they're just it's just really long and completely flat, and it's like 100-foot long vehicle basically. And sometimes there's a guy underneath the back there's like two drivers. You got one in the back driving
I've seen
the
that,
trailer
yeah.
axles. You know what I mean? So it kind of looks like a race car, like an F1 car. That's
But
basically
he's
what
not
it looks like.
underneath it. Like he's
He's
just
underneath,
behind
yeah.
it.
No, he's underneath it. He's underneath the very back.
Can you imagine if that
of
went
it.
wrong? You got squished.
That seems to be like a big thing in America. They like putting people. They like having two drivers. You see, like the big fire trucks.
Yeah, I see that all the time.
Where they've got people like a second guy in the back. And you look at it and you're
Is
going,
that the ones that
but-
turn
but
like
the-
with a rear steer as well? I've seen some of those fire
Yeah,
trucks. They're so cool.
they are.
How do you guys
but-
not have them? You guys have tighter places than we do.
Yeah,
Just got
we are. We've just got
screwdrivers.
skill.
Both
Sorry.
went there.
Yeah. But then you've got like your obviously your rear steer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then them rear steer trailers, that they can be unbelievable. Because like if you've got some trailer, at the most I've done I think was 8 axles on the trailer, and that was all rear steer, and that's a very, very weird thing to get used to.
Did you ever have to
'Cause
reverse it?
A little. The only one where I've had to reverse it was a axle trailer, and that was like all rear steer as well.
So, are you the one
And
steering it with a
that was-
joystick, or is it automatically doing it?
It works off the fifth wheel.
Oh,
So
that's
basically,
right.
there's something.
That's right. The
the
fifth
swing
wheel.
on the fifth wheel. So as you turn,
It's the
it
angles.
knows the back wheels are at a certain angle.
Oh
So
my god.
the trailer's essentially turning itself based on what angle you're at.
I tried.
But the big thing with this is
You have to hitch up straight.
when you're in a tighter spot,
Yeah.
it doesn't, like, sometimes you want to be in a certain position, but you can't be in that position because you've got full lock on the the trailer thing, or so it can sometimes, and I have been caught out by it. And
Can't
if
you,
I
like,
didn't have
reset
someone
it, though?
there, well, exactly. And so I had someone there, and he was like, we can just lock these. I'm like, no, I didn't know that. I don't know how to do it. So if you show me. And the thing was, this is when I went out for the other Lawsons,
Yeah, that was it.
and obviously it's Raymond, so he sends me out with a 15-year-old kid. Not a joke. Like, he just sends me out with a 15-year-old kid who's like the son of one of the guys in the workshop. And so I've got this 15-year-old child, and I'm like, I'm trying to wait him, stuff like that. It's a few hours up to Scotland, but end of the day, I've been sent this kid up with me. I have no expectation of what this lad can do for me. And then he's jumped off the back, and he's like, oh yeah, I can do this. If you want, we'll lock off this. I'm like, honestly, at this point, I will take the advice and help of a 15-year-old. I am
Hell yeah, if he's got
all
more
out of
experience,
options, and
yeah.
right now this is sounding great to me.
God, can you imagine a know-it-all knowing what he's doing though? Like, oh, I don't need your help. That would be awful.
Honestly, that kid was unbelievable. Like, he's like talking about stuff, and I'm like, Christ, I don't even know what he's talking about.
So-
he will be.
I
he
have.
will be very good when he's older.
I feel like I know this is not trucking related, but there's one of my moderators on my TikTok live. He's only 16 years old, and he's pretty much running half my company now.
Wow.
He
You
knows
did actually
so
say
much.
about your new moderators the other week. Actually, have you got more? Have you?
I've got no. I haven't. I'm not adding any more. I don't need to, But this guy, he has set up my Discord where they have bots that'll answer questions for you and stuff. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's so interesting. I'm like, I didn't even know this was possible, and and it's just what they know. I think I'm lucky to find someone that young who knows all that stuff. Now I do have to Google a lot of the words that he says. There's a lot of kind of abbreviations that he uses or acronyms or whatever. I'm like, oh, for fuck's
'Cause he's
sake!
young,
I feel like I need to speak a new language. But so yeah, it is interesting how much that young people know, and like But anyway, yeah. Tom, you're about to say something. Go ahead.
I was just going to say on the subject of your chat, I apologise for the other
don't-
night. So I have a bit of a story about this.
What?
Because
Do I know about this?
I derailed his entire live stream, I think.
No, you didn't.
You meanie.
It
What
definitely
did you
felt
There's
do?
no
like
shit.
it.
Okay.
So,
There is no
I came
derailment.
in-
The whole stream is a derailment. I answer questions, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? I'm not really.
So this is
you
what
know.
happens from my perspective.
Tom
So
went to
I
my
came
live,
on
by the
and
way.
Did you
Yeah.
go
So I
in there
came-
with good intentions, or did you want to try?
Yeah,
And...
well, I was just going through my shorts, and then David comes up, and I'm like, oh, fucking hey, David, I'll go and say hi to him. So it's like saying hi and stuff like that. Do a few. And then, so someone in the chat puts a comment up, and it is something along the lines of, have you ever tried playing with your bum hole or something like that?
Oh
You
my
know,
God.
classic
One of those. yeah.
troll stuff.
Yeah.
And so I look at this, and it makes me laugh, because obviously it does, because, inherently I am a
'Cause you're a
15-year-old
child,
child.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I replied to a couple of others, and David's there reading it out. And then I reply to this lad. And so I reply something along the lines of, let's be honest, I think we've all tried it in the like we've all tried playing with our bumhole or something to that, something very me and very inappropriate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's this second, and then David starts reading my next comment out, which is that one. And he's like, And have you ever tried playing with your? Oh right, okay. Because you
I
get to
think-
the last word.
I think I- did I-
realised what I'd written.
I think I finished the whole thing.
He didn't, and
Oh.
then he's like, "Right, well, I need to go and get something to eat, so that'll be the end of this live stream." And I'm like, "Right, okay, I might have just derailed that. Sorry."
You think that's when it stopped? I'm sorry, I got to cut you off there.
Did
I didn't.
almost
It didn't. I was
immediately
on for another 20
was.
minutes.
You weren't.
I was.
Oh,
Oh.
right. Oh, did you say? Oh, right, you said that, and then you.
And then I
carried.
carried and then I carried on. And then I carried
Oh,
on
right,
playing the
okay.
game more and more and more. You didn't do really anything. I'm sorry, but
He
Oh,
left at this
in-
point
in
out of
my
embarrassment.
I was like,
In
I
my
think,
head,
I think I said
was
something in the
quite-
longs of like, oh, maybe I shouldn't read out every comment that just gets mentioned or something, you know. But okay, fair enough. Thank you very much, Tom.
Even if it is from a trusted source.
Thank you very much, Tom, for making me read that. Appreciate it. Again, the host of our podcast, by the way. So which you should check out. Just Another Trucking Podcast. Everybody look it right now.
Appreciate the plug.
You know, so but anyway, so yeah. I did plug it at
Amazing.
4,400 one time. I had 4,400 people watching.
Really?
I'm like, so yeah, send me the cash, please, for the free advertising. Or not the free
So you're
advertising.
doing really well
charging
with
them.
it then, basically.
Well,
Oh,
there's no
no.
catch if it's free advertising.
Yeah, I know, right? Not as much as it was before, but I'm not hitting it at the right times. And I think I need to be doing right now. I'm just going through all the levels. Before I was just
Oh shit!
Ignore
that.
I was just really, you can't just say ignore that and that's it.
What was it?
I would have ignored
I
it.
accidentally I clicked. I was scrolling down the chat. By the way, for those people who don't know, we have Patreon, and if you're a member on Patreon, you can come and join us live and listen to the chaos unfold as it happens. And sometimes there's things that get cut. That was one of them, but it's not now because I've now mentioned it and now made a massive
Yeah,
point of it.
David
But
has now
a lot
well
of the
done
time,
that in.
yeah. But a lot of the time, I do say stupid things, and David, and I can see it in his eyes. He's like, "Fuck, I'm gonna have to mark that time timestamp down. I'm gonna have to take out that whole section."
I've
So if you
given
want to
up on
watch
that.
them random sections, come and join us.
Yeah, usually the unedited version gets thrown on the Patreon page, so that would be one as well
Like an
to
added
check
bonus.
out.
There you go.
Yeah, you know, one of those.
You know, it's
One
like
of
the
those
first time we've actually plugged Patreon midstream in quite a while.
We're so bad.
We're not good at advertising.
But-
You know, I think this podcast would genuinely be a lot bigger if we actually, advertised
Yeah,
ever. Like, just ever.
yeah,
Oops.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah. Awkward silence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Moving on.
Anyway,
Wow. Are we really going to continue this awkward silence? I like it.
yeah,
Tommy
there's
should
so many things I
appreciate it as
want
well.
to
She
say right
likes
now.
it.
David.
Just say them. We're on podcast.
David,
Yes,
why have you got a giant world with giant hands behind you?
it is. I can't
Well,
remember
it's
what.
not really a giant world. It's a small hand.
Well, I realise
It's
it's
a
a small world
Earth
with giant hands.
with the hands are giant. The world is
I
small.
can't remember. It's something to do with National Peace Awareness Day or something or another. I can't actually
So
remember.
they've got giant hands.
Yeah, it's around the
Is
world.
that like
though.
basically saying if you don't do peace, we're going to smush you?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it on the 7th? No, that's the 5th. Hold on, where is it? I can't remember what day it is. What is next Monday? The one,
Oh.
not Monday week. There we
So
go.
when
Hold
the
on, that's
podcast
Sunday.
is out.
Speaking of peace awareness,
Oh, yeah.
is it like
Oh.
because you've got an election coming up, so it must be crazy out there at the moment.
I stopped listening. I have stopped and I kind of haven't stopped, but it's getting too bad. The
It's-
coverage is just they're relying on everyone to be really stupid, and maybe half the Americans are stupid, but they're relying on people to be very stupid that we're gonna like not think that this is kind of forced. You know what I mean? Like Trump there was in a grocery store, so they were mocking him because he doesn't know what anything costs in a grocery store. You know what I mean? Or there's other stuff.
I
too.
mean
It's like,
that
they
that
just-
checks out. There was obviously that famous one of Bill Gates where was it Ellen asked him like how much does this cost? And he's like $17, and
Oh
he's
my
like she's like
God.
no, it's like 150 or something. But like yeah, I mean it makes it. I mean I don't know. Is it just is it just us getting older, or does it feel like politics is just getting more and more toxic?
Yeah.
It just feels like
It's a
it's
bit of both.
It feels
so
like
toxic.
Idiocracy is coming true. It really does.
God, it really does. The makers of that must be like, oh God, maybe
Maybe we shouldn't have done
was
this.
this was this a joke, or was this a?
It's sort of like with the Crocs
if
that they were all wearing. Turns out that was it you were telling me about the Crocs in Idiocracy?
No.
Oh, okay. So
It's like there's a YouTube video of it, isn't there, or something?
yeah, so basically, all the shoes that everybody's wearing in Idiocracy are Crocs. All right. So,
Yeah.
but how they come up with Crocs is like, okay, let's just put the most stupidest shoes we could possibly get and have everybody wear them. And turns out they predicted the future because now so many people are wearing because nobody was buying them before, but then the movie came out, and then 10 years later after the movie, now everybody's wearing Crocs.
Is it not those
And,
Yeezy things? Those weird Yeezy boots, shoes things?
I don't know what that
Like
is.
Have you not seen them? They look like bloody moon boots or something.
Oh, okay. I remember those back. Are you talking about they're little fluffy on the top?
No. Like literally, they're called Yeezys, and they're really popular. And they are they're like worse than Crocs. At least Crocs kind of make sense to a certain degree. Like for
Is that one of
certain
is that
professions.
Kanye's things?
Might be. It's some random
Yeez.
dude
Oh no,
like that.
they're called Yeez. Oh my god, they're so stupid.
Yeezys. Is it? Oh, Yeezys, isn't it? I thought it was.
Yeezys.
What is it with all the rappers going like? Because obviously Kanye, he's gone absolutely mental.
Oh, what
hasn't
with
he?
his new
He's-
girlfriend dressing her up?
well,
and-
Oh, I have no
I've
idea.
found it.
I don't know about
he's
that.
proper
but
mental.
He's fully lost the plot. And then obviously P Diddy turns out. Well, I say turns out. I think most
I think
people.
everyone knew it, but
What did he do?
Yeah,
I actually
it's-
didn't. I have
we-
no idea what he did. Did he
Well,
abuse somebody or
he-
something?
so he's
it's-
been done for quite
God,
a lot
so
of things.
much, yeah. I think with P Diddy, it was definitely much. It was one of them ones where you heard it and you're like, yeah, I'm not completely surprised. It was definitely
Sex slavery.
It feels a bit like the American Jimmy Savile. I think he's like. Isn't he?
My
I feel like that
God.
would be. I feel like that would be Ellen. I think Ellen is loved by so much by people, but obviously I don't know if she's done anything wrong. But how famous she is over here.
I mean, I was more talking about the bad stuff. I wasn't,
yeah, I know, but maybe
I don't think.
Well,
I've just read-
just for legal reasons, we are not saying that Ellen has done anything like that.
It
And
made
we're
me
not saying
chuckle
she
that
hasn't
Your
either.
wife
Oh, yes,
accidentally
true, yeah.
put sex shaver in there. I thought, bloody
I
hell,
know,
is
right?
that what they did?
Sex shaver.
well, now is the
Um,
and then she put down slavery with an asterisk. Was
Yes,
the
yes, she
asterisk
did
to
correct it.
hold on, was the asterisk for the sex or for the shaver? So was it was it slavery shaver? Or,
Slavery
okay,
shaver.
there we go. So
Sex, slavery, shaver.
Oh no! So now that we're clear, isn't it funny when you put the asterisk next to a word, you're just supposed to know which word that you actually meant to correct? Because usually
But normally it's
after you
fairly
send the
obvious,
text,
isn't it? Have you-
yeah,
You know when you do like a massive text and you just go hit send and you're like, oh my God, what does that say? Like again, my name comes up as chlamydia. Doesn't come up as Chloe on someone else's phone. It's chlamydia every single bloody time. They're like, hey chlamydia. I'm like, hey you guys, thanks for that. Freaking autocorrect.
So, by the way, it's International Day of Peaceful Communication. There we go.
Oh right, that's not what we just did. That was not peaceful. Wow.
He had for P Diddy. I was just I can remember it was something. He had over 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
what
which
was this all
is
about? I've not actually
a
really read it. I just keep seeing like the memes and stuff, and I'm like, what's with the baby oil?
I mean, I'm sure you can probably figure, but his
A slip and-
reasoning for
a
it,
slip and
the
slide.
reason,
Indoor slip
I
and
mean,
slide.
you know what? That actually a genuinely good one. Apparently, his reasoning was like there was a Costco across the street, and sometimes, as an American, you just bulk buy.
You
So you
bulk buy
bulk
small,
bought-
tiny little items like toothpaste, or just but not that
Baby
much.
oil.
He must
Yeah.
use a lot of baby oil,
That's weird.
That's a lot of baby oil.
and he doesn't live across the street from a Costco. If he's living in a mansion, there is no Costco nearby.
Wait, what was the
That's
sex?
a good point, actually. I didn't never really thought about that, but yeah, there's not going to be a Costco across from his mansion, is there? Yeah,
What?
that is that's really weird, isn't it?
But why
It's,
is everyone
um,
obsessing over the baby oil? Is it not just a weird fetish he had then or something?
Um, I don't really. I mean, it's just I don't know.
It's just
Well,
weird.
well, yeah, it's just a sex thing. I don't really know what else to say. It's like, yeah,
Fair enough.
Right, okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
it's I don't know. It's just baby oil. If you listen, I'm not going to explain it on podcast, but if you know what you do, what to use it for, you know what to use it for. That's
What do
just,
you use it for?
but, like,
you use it for
oh
lathering
my
your
god,
skin.
you guys are killing me here.
Seriously.
You are killing me. It's
Oh,
a
lube?
lubricant.
Oh,
What do you think a lubricant could be used for?
oil
Engines?
changes, and for just stuff in the car.
Achy
It's just-
joints?
yeah, squeaky
Yeah,
sounds.
you know what?
I mean,
Chloe,
primarily
you know
it's for
what?
babies.
It was used for achy joints. That's what 1,000 bottles for achy joints.
He
That's
might
what
have
was
been
using it
really
for.
tender.
It will be after 1,000 bottles.
I would say, for if you were to dump all those bottles in or whatever, why would you buy? Are the bottles small? Are they gallon-sized bottles? But
Yeah.
where
Wouldn't
you could
want
have
some pump action?
women.
You know, like
women
get the
rest-
full-on
women
bottles with pump
wrestling.
action, easy access.
Isn't that what
Well,
they?
I'd guess
Or
there'd be
would
the
you not
squeezy
just
bottles.
buy normal lube?
Or
Like a
maybe he
normal
just-
person.
Maybe he knows something we don't know. That there's going to be a shortage of baby
Oh,
oil,
could be.
and he is hoarding. Hoarding? Yeah, hoarding. it. Yeah.
This is going to be like Fallout, where you've got the bottle caps to pay everything. Baby oil, paying everything.
All right. So the
Speaking of shortage, just quickly, have you noticed that all the shops are like devoid of a lot of things?
devoid. What's that mean?
Have you not? Is that just like a not just up here?
Massively.
like,
I think it's
a
up to you. At the end of the day, like there might be, but
Like in the comments, let me know if you've noticed this, where you're going into shops and it's just like shelves are bare.
Well done,
It's
Tebow.
really weird.
are they short on eggs, Tom? Is that why you forgot them earlier?
No, it's because there was some in the egg thing, but they were out of date. I didn't realise.
Did you not check them in the water test?
No, I thought I think it was like a month out of date or something. I didn't realise. It's all good. They've got chucked out now.
Good.
So it's fine.
Okay. Have you had your egg fried rice yet?
I have, yeah, and it was delicious.
Wait.
Okay.
So
No, but
when
no
you
one's-
came back, so you texted us 2 minutes before the podcast was going to go, saying you just ran out to go get some eggs. And were you already in the middle of cooking, or did you come back with the eggs and then cook
No,
it
I
again?
was in the middle of cooking. I had my rice ready, so I was ready to go with everything, and yeah, I just needed eggs.
So how quickly did you eat your food?
I inhaled it. I can eat rice fast. It's delicious.
Can you though?
It's just that the podcast
She
is going to be
can't.
probably cut short because you had to go get eggs. All right, because you're the one putting a time limit on this podcast today because you got to pick up Kales.
Actually, no, I don't. I've got a
She's
guy.
right next to her.
Good news for that.
Yeah. next to
She's
her.
just
Oh,
here.
oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I
She's
don't
not
need to
here
pick
in
her up.
earlier. Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't. I think that's when I spilled my beer.
I was just saying that I need to go and pick you up, but I don't.
So there we go.
We're giving so much behind the wall details. tonight.
So before I don't know where we're going to actually start the podcast, but but we were talking about trucks and long vehicles.
Yes.
And was that before you
Wait,
did
wait,
the
wait.
intro? I can't remember now. This point.
It was a long time before.
yeah, because it's very common for those wind turbine blades to be vertical, is what you're saying, and they can be adjusted. The angle can be adjusted to where they're actually
From what I
towering
understand,
over
yeah.
buildings. That's just not the case over here that I've seen. I can't imagine they just have one really long vehicle with a guy driving behind in the very back too. And of course that's when
Have you seen the one where he goes over the really tight bridge? Have you seen that video?
I've seen
Everyone's
those
that
ones.
one.
Yeah, whereas that's
Where
where there's
he
like
kind of
inches.
like the truck's over, and then this massive blade is like halfway over the sheer drop, and then they have to bring it over. Can you imagine if they made a mistake? Then you're going down.
It's
Yeah.
You know what? I see a surprising number of videos on like it tends to be on Instagram. They're always the ones
Yes.
that show me these crashes. For some reason, if there's an accident or a rage thing, it's always Instagram that's showing me that shit. But like the amount of ones in America where they're trying to take these corners, and you're like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't do that. Don't do that. I know you're stuck, but don't do that shit." And you're going, and you're like, "Oh, why do you get?"
Oh,
And
I've seen
they
the ones
keep
where they take
driving
out the overhang and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
yeah.
It's. Do you remember that the trial series that we did of Truckers React?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And there
yeah.
was that one of famously of the guy like ripping his rear axle off.
Oh yeah,
his
that
trailer.
one.
Oh my
was
Because it
god,
was
that
just
was
like-
the best.
I mean, the reality is, because you do get on these comments, you go, "Oh, the driver wouldn't have realised it's going." Yes, you
Yes,
do.
he would have
He
realized
would
that.
have
Fuck, you
realised.
do. You realise when you've like Christ, you can hear when
There might have been a few
when-
seconds after that where you're like, I should stop. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, those are my axles on
Yeah.
the
Yeah, but everybody like makes mistakes. But like when you're in the moment, you like bumping up against something. You're like, well, I can't see anything. You'd get out and look, wouldn't you? You go, something doesn't feel right. I'm just gonna have a little look what's going on right now. Whether it be a
Yeah.
car that you're up against that you cannot see, you gotta get out and look.
Just to paint a picture, all right? There's a truck driver in America was making a turn in an industrial lot, whatever, he probably just made his delivery, and there's a yellow pole on a corner, and just a nice, good concrete, proper yellow pole, probably 8 inches in diameter, and he got stuck. He made a turn, and he's now basically on top of that pole, and he just kept going and kept going and kept going, and just they just floored it as long as he could, and then eventually the axles tore off the bottom of the trailer, and
Full on.
and then he went off screen. Like
He just kept going, didn't he?
he just kept going, and like, what the hell? Why wouldn't the cameraman follow him? Stupid cameraman person would
It's
obviously
always
it's a
the
phone.
bloody cameraman. If you're gonna film it properly.
Yeah, it's just it was, and I was absolutely crazy. It's just, and my favorite one. I've got so many favorite ones, but I think there was this guy backing up with an open trailers. He's backing up to a dock. It's like he just stopped caring. I'm really shit at backing, so he just kept on backing up and hitting one trailer, then hitting another trailer, and just like I would do in a video game. You know what I mean? And like in my live stream, sometimes I don't care what damage I'm doing. I just need to get it into that parking space, that parking spot. And he just kept backing up and backing up and backing up, and he would hit the building. The camera
Yeah.
would shake. All the
Yeah.
product, half the product would fall out, and it was just absolutely amazing. And like, what great footage! I'm like, I'm so happy I've seen this. It really, because the fact that this exists, that somebody just gave that little shit, Anyway, it was awesome.
Do you think that's what's happening, or do you think it's like it's just panic? I never know if it's like a
I know,
panic
right?
thing or if it's like if it
Get
is just
out
a.
and check and stop, wouldn't you? If you genuinely couldn't get in there, I don't know what you would do, but
So I've been she's doing my full shift on Friday, and I'm heading back to the yard, and I get a phone call, and do you know when you're like, oh fuck, I'm just not going to answer this. For some reason, I answered it, and I fucking shouldn't have done. And I don't know why I answered it. And the second I answered it, I was like, oh, you fucking such a dumbass. Anyways, it's the gaffer saying, all right, go and get yourself one more load of stone and take it up to this place here.
But you're
I was
home.
like,
Oh no, you're done with work. Sorry, you're still in
no,
your
I'm
truck.
done. I'm done. I'm
You're on
on
your
my way
last
back.
job,
I technically can get it done. I technically can get it done. I don't want to, and I'm going to be running behind everyone else, but I can technically do it. And I get there, and there's no one on the 360. And I've done the 360 a few times, like the big excavator. And I get up to it, and I get in it, and I'm like, holy fuck, this thing is big. This is the biggest excavator that we've got. And I hadn't, when I was going up to it, like, if you do it properly, it should be like really 4 buckets for the whole tipper.
yeah.
Like it's like like the actual scoop is nearly as big as the cab. Like it's massive.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I get in this thing, and I'm like, I'm trying to use it, and
I love
I
you
just
don't even need a
lose.
license. You're just like, yeah, let's just see what happens.
let's not talk about that. But it's basically a HIAB, isn't it? Let's be
Pretty
honest.
much, yeah. It's fairly
basically
straightforward.
You have
yeah,
played
yeah.
Construction Simulator. You have an
Exactly,
idea. I'm
exactly.
sorry,
Anyways,
but they make Construction Simulator based on real life and real life controls.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I get in this thing and I'm starting to operate it, and I'm like, I cannot get a scoopful. I cannot for the fucking life of me get a scoopful. And I'm
Wait,
trying.
You had to dig
and
something?
Yeah, so
Oh,
I'm
wait,
trying to load.
you're
I'm trying
picking
to
up
load
your
my,
own load. You
I'm
went there
trying
with
to
a
load
tipper.
my own
Load
truck.
yourself.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
you
yeah.
were grabbing the
So
excavator.
I'm trying to grab all this as MOT, and technically I can do it in really 3 or 4 scoops.
Yeah, you're not getting full
Realistically.
scoops.
You should have done the
yeah.
top-down view.
And I'm just
It's much
like,
easier.
Huh?
You should have done the top-down view, where you're behind the vehicle.
Oh, right. I knew I'd gone wrong somewhere. Like, but I'm
Yeah.
trying to kind of get these scoops. I'm just like, no, can't. For whatever reason, my brain is not engaging on this. It's not doing it. And then one of the lads across the way
Oh, no.
saw me struggling and came up to me. And I look at him and I'm pissing myself laughing. I just say to him, listen, I'll let you take over, but I don't want to hear any shit off you right now. And he's like, "Guy, that's fine." So yeah, I appreciate he didn't even as well. This one's a lot bigger than the others, so it is hard. And like, honestly, I appreciated that comment because he could have easily called me a wanker, but I don't know. For me, it's when someone's fucking up, when someone's going wrong. I don't know. You just like, you try, but like, don't
push it to
The
the way
id-
you're gonna do
the
damage.
idea
yeah.
of like exactly.
yeah.
You don't do that shit.
Like Timo in the chat, he said he panicked when he missed the rollers the other day on the Roro. First time he missed the rollers, wasn't it? And it's scary shit when you do that.
Like, how do you miss the rollers? Like, is that like what's caused that?
So the hook loader you hook on, don't you, to a bar, and then you've got these runners that run down the bin, and at the back of your truck you've got these big rollers that it's got little lips either side. So as you're loading on the bin, you look for the runners to make sure they match your rollers. If you miss those rollers, you're going to go sideways. Or what sometimes can happen, which has happened to me in the past, is you watch it go onto the rollers, but you think you're in because you've got these little angles. But what happened to me is it was right on the lip of this roller. So as I've pulled it in, because obviously once you hit that, you pull it in towards you. What it's done is it's pulled it in sideways and rolled off the roller and went smack down on the side of the lorry. So you basically completely.
Also, it's
miss
actually
it.
it's come
It
off.
can come off basically, yeah. Whereas
What
Timo's
loaded, it can come off.
yeah.
Do you strap it down so when you're driving and you hit the bumps,
No,
it
you've
doesn't
got
fly
these
off?
special clamps that go in, which hold it in
Okay.
place. But
Okay.
if you miss those rollers, it's makes or break. You kind of
And some of them Roros are high. I saw one.
yes, high.
It was
yeah.
near Darwin, and I was watching him go through the things, and I turned my this was when I was back on Except for Access, and I turned my GoPro on, and I was like, holy shit, I think this guy might go over. Like he was like
They
the fucking the
move.
thing.
Yeah,
it was like
so
oh,
top heavy. Yeah.
yeah.
But like Timo says, it says in all fairness, he caught the ground. So what you've probably done is hit the roller, not quite enough, and it's just come up a little bit and jumped off it, which the ground has saved you. Whereas when I did it, it was a little bit higher and the truck full on rocked, but the ground saved me. But then because of all the sensors, I had to get people in and we had to sort it all out. What one of our guys did was completely miss the roller, probably rolling a fag, having a cigarette, had the door wide open, thought the lorry, like the bin was on, wasn't even looking what's going on, pretty much brought it all the way onto the truck. Last minute, it then decided to fall off because it had hit the lip. It's, depends the angle you're on, depends where it's going to fall off.
But if he'd been paying attention, he would have
If he'd been
spotted
paying
this.
attention, he would have been spotted this before it happened. But because he kept pulling it on, and then it dropped at the last minute, it was pretty much already on the lorry. It just yanked it sideways, and he went down. The whole thing over.
The
So when it
whole
goes,
truck
yeah,
went
it
over.
can go very wrong if you miss it. Yeah,
Was that one of your guys that did that?
one of our guys. Yeah, I think it was like last
Holy
year or year
shit.
before.
Did he have
I
a
think
job
I
after
told
that?
You. No. But
I remember you saying that a truck went over,
Yeah.
but I don't know if you remember if you said.
I didn't
fully
really say
explained what.
why at the time because it was all in speculation and the guys never admitted it's his fault. But You know, when you look at damage and you're experienced and you know how to do
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
things, and you look at certain damage and go, well, that's pretty clearly that the truck has it's fallen off the roller and that's gone smack, and that's why you've got those dents there from certain things.
Yeah.
So it's fairly obvious. And even the guys like that came in and recovered it turned around and said, well, it's fairly obvious what he's done. He's missed it. But then, like, you have other things, like the other day, Rob,
But what did he say that happened?
he just said that he said he got it on. So far, it was nearly on the truck, and then the weight shifted in the truck, which jumped it out of the rollers, and it rolled over.
The weight shifted
Yeah,
in the truck,
yeah.
like it does.
So,
you know when
I mean-
you know when suddenly, like, I mean, unless you've got like a, I think that only happens.
mean,
with,
what you can
with
do is-
vehicles such as buses.
Because you've
people on
got
board.
mixed waste, you might have a bit of a nut. It does shift, but it won't shift that it bounces you up and out. Do you know what I mean? It will only sort of shift,
Yeah.
and you might go, "Oh, a little rocky movement," but it won't shift and bounce, which is what he said it did, and it quite clearly didn't. But then you have other things like Timo, you've not experienced yet. Is sometimes you can get the hook on, you think it's on, you start loading it up, which is scary as fuck when this happens, by the way. And what it does, it jumps out the hook or slides out the hook, and because you're on rollers, it's got nothing to hold it. It rolls as fast as it can backwards, flies off the lorry, and smacks down. If anyone's behind you, they're dead. They're screwed. No chance. And
See,
this is one of our
these them
drivers did the
things
other day.
when these are the ones where this is the reason why you are supposed to have like a clear area.
Yeah,
And again, it's them things
horrible.
of like I've had it where with Hayabs, with brick grabs,
yeah,
where people have gone to like walk underneath the pack
Yes.
of bricks, and you're
Oh,
like,
no.
what the fuck are you doing?
yeah.
What,
I've had it
like,
smooth the Roro, and you're just like, what are you doing? Like, you don't know what happens. Sorry, Tom, go on.
yeah,
It's very frustrating.
yeah. Have you ever shouted at someone for doing that?
Yes. I had a kid. I had a late job because we had a really long day. So I went to go and do an exchange at a site that was near a leisure centre. And I'd hooked up to the bin, started loading it up. This kid on a BMX decided to cycle behind the back of the lorry under this Roro that I'm picking up and come back around and laugh at me. And I was like,
What, like, so basically Need for Speed style?
yeah, literally. Honest. And I was just like, do you realise what you've just done? He's like, well, you know, it's all fine. It's like laughing, and all his mates are laughing. I'm just like, you just have no idea. Just like, fuck off, seriously. And it makes your heart pump, doesn't it? Because you know what could happen. It's like when you see a motorcyclist without any levels.
It has
or
happened
gloves,
to people.
and it's just
It
like,
didn't happen
oh,
this today.
I hate this. Yeah.
I remember fucking screaming at someone in Ambleside, and like, do you know when like you shout and someone shouts really loudly and everyone goes quiet
Yeah.
because someone's shouted? That happened, and I'm trying to think what I said, but it was like, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And it was like, the guy looked at me. I was like, there's a fucking brick grab there. Get the back behind the fucking tape, or it was something along them lines, anyways.
Yeah.
And like, I remember like after it was audibly quieter. And the guy, I think the guy did it, but it was just like he wanted to kind of, rather than going around where, because I put the cones out,
Yeah.
so people could, like, it's blocking the road, so people can walk around on the road, and
Yeah.
like the cars couldn't kind of come in. So I'd done my full Travis Perkins
Yeah.
like health and safety bollocks. Like, I'd done it as Travis Perkins as you can do, and I'd even put, we actually had like proper tape on some sites. If like the more crowded place, or where we know there's many pedestrians, we put the tape out. And this is a few years ago. This is like, you know, like
Back when you were working there, yeah.
yeah, and this was like these were kind of like new, these tape things that you could extend, but like I don't know, it's not like it's something the point there is that it's not like it's something you see every day. I've clearly like put barrier tape down,
Yeah,
and
for a
you're going
reason.
under the tape, going under a fucking crane. I mean, come on, for fuck's sake. I mean, it's like Darwin Award shit. But so I was talking with a friend's. I was talking with a friend at work, and he's on cranes, and he like we're having a discussion about banksman. Wow, this is a really
Oh
truck,
my
truck
god,
heavy episode.
Banksman. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're having a discussion about like, well, but about slingers and about banksmen. Because I was saying to him about the fact that I do not pay attention to the banksman unless it's something where I've specifically said to them, I need you to do this job, I need you to watch this, and that's what you're doing. Unless I've told them that, I don't pay attention.
Do they ever try to
I
tell you
watch
which way to
them.
turn the steering wheel?
Yes.
Yeah, I've had that.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and they're like, and it's, don't get me wrong. I think I've helped drivers out before, and I've been like, and I'll always go and say, listen, I'm a driver. Do you want a hand with this?
Yeah, but you
I'll
judge
kind of-
it, don't
but-
you, on the situation,
Exactly.
and you judge the person
But
on what they're
whereas
capable
the
of.
banksman, you're kind of putting your license in their hands.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there was one not far, like in Kendal, where a woman got crushed by a bin wagon. The
okay?
banksman, no, she died. Sure, she died.
she's
yeah,
not okay.
and
She
she's
got
not.
crushed.
No, she's like fairly not okay.
She's not okay.
I don't.
Don't
think she
laugh at that,
recovered from
Chloe.
it.
Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you?
I put on a voice, all right? I made it funny.
But yeah, so she got crushed by the bin wagon, and the driver had a banksman. Banksman wasn't paying attention,
Oh,
and
no.
bin wagon hit her.
Who got
Well-
the blame for that? Driver?
Driver did. Yeah,
Jesus.
he's in control of the vehicle, and this is like so. We're having a discussion about. So we're having a discussion about slingers, which is essentially the crane version of a banksman.
Yeah.
But whereas with a slinger, you are out of sight a lot of the time. And a friend had one thing where they had their own guys, their own slingers on site, and you have something called a RAMS.
Yeah.
Where it's basically you have kind of like a plan of action. You're kind of like, oh well, these are there's places here we can't put the crane because of this, and
Yeah.
and basically they hadn't followed their RAMs, and someone's legs got crushed, and
Ouch.
like that was something that they immediately blamed him for that.
What, the driver or the...
Yeah, immediately, because that's the mentality. You're in control of this.
Wow.
Now, thankfully, because he'd followed his RAMs completely, he'd done everything as best he can do. In a day, he can't see, and if they've done something, if
They've
they're
told him,
directing
yeah.
a machine, so in that circumstance, it was their fault. They were liable for that.
Wow.
End of the day, it's still but at the end of the day, the thing is with stuff like that, it's that there's okay, fair enough. You can kind of get out of it legally, but you can't get out of
You
that
would feel
consciously.
awful. Yeah, that would be
And
awful feeling.
he was saying it took him a long time to kind of reconcile it.
Yeah.
Because in fairness, I can't like how do you've had a part, you were in control
Yeah.
of injuring someone like that.
Yeah.
And again, I've personally had stuff where I've had to kind of reconcile stuff that, well, an action that I didn't or didn't take, but I don't know, when you are so directly involved with it, it doesn't really matter. The banksman, all that shit doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It comes down to you and you alone. You're the one
Yeah.
where that responsibility falls down. You can get a fine, you can get points in your license, you can get told off by the courts, shit like that. But that's consciously is going to be with you forever.
Yeah.
If you cause an accident, like it's
It's an
Yeah.
awful feeling, I'd imagine. Yeah. It's not something you want to do at all.
Well, it's kind of like with drunk drivers. I have a buddy of mine. He was drunk driving home, and he got into an accident, and he ended up killing somebody.
Oh.
And he went to jail for a few years or something like that. I can't remember exactly. You know, he was obviously it was manslaughter, you know.
Yeah.
But so, and it's just, how do you go on with life? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you?
knowing that you've
Yeah, you know, as in like you're like, and I play poker with him. You know, he doesn't drink anymore. But
Yeah.
it's like, it's just knowing that you changed the life of God knows how many people by doing that one stupid fucking decision, drink
Yeah.
driving and crashing, and like a family doesn't have their mom anymore. The kids don't have their mom. The husband doesn't have his wife because you made a stupid fucking decision to drink. I don't know. It makes me kind of angry at him, but he's obviously sad. He's not a happy person. But I don't know. It's just yeah. Sorry. That's my lecture right there on drinking
No,
and
it's getting
driving.
very intense. This
Yeah.
one.
I see something like that. The fact that to be honest, it says a lot about you. The fact that you can, in a way, forgive him for that. At the end of the day, he'll never forgive himself for it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's
The trouble is, everyone's young at once, and you do make stupid mistakes.
Hey, I've made
Yes.
mistakes that could have
It's
killed
just
people.
whether you get.
But luckily
yeah,
enough, it didn't.
and I have as well.
We got away with it. There's a lot of times, most of the time, you're gonna get away with it because you wouldn't have taken a chance if you knew that the odds were against you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The odds are
Was-
in your favor in getting away with it. So that's why you do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I've made like I
Um,
said, so many stupid mistakes that I'm surprised I'm still here. Let's
Yeah.
be honest.
Me too.
And it's
Absolutely,
just-
me too.
It's awful to think about now. Now it is. It's just like, oh, doesn't even bear thinking about trying any of that. I won't even bloody run anymore because I panic that my ankles are gonna like fracture and break.
I'm
That
with
freaks
you.
me right out.
I stopped exercising because I keep hurting myself.
Yeah.
Honestly. So now I'm just going to go get fat. I could watch what I eat.
It sounds like a safer option, doesn't it?
It
to a degree.
does. I'm just going to die of a heart attack instead of dying from broken bones or something, all right?
Is that
But,
a chicken or a child?
You think that was a chicken? To you, that meow was a
Oh,
chicken.
is that what
right?
it was? I couldn't
Yes.
work out if it was chicken or if it was a baby cry.
I think
What
if it was a
baby?
chicken,
What
we would
baby would
have known that by now if it was.
Well, I
if
didn't
it
know
was a
which
chicken.
one it was. It might have been David's little child. I couldn't work it out, or
Okay,
a toy.
yeah, fair enough. I can, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
so I didn't
fair,
know where it
but
was coming
you definitely,
from.
neither of us have a chicken, so
Chloe's got more chance of getting suffocated by running. I don't know what that. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I do get winded far too easily. I feel like we're gonna have to start doing some kind of like, I don't know, like walking or some shit like that. Because
Yeah. Swimming.
Well, I suppose it's really good for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Swimming.
I did a little swimming a couple of days ago with my
Swimming's
son.
good. I like
You know?
swimming.
It
Maybe
was
that's the
awesome.
way forward.
It's just that my shoulder hurts, so I can't really swim. But it's just I
Well,
can't. Yeah.
It's not so much the running for me. It's my ankles are so weak now that they just dislocate. Like
Oh,
I'll
wow.
be walking along and they just dislocate. So I
my
haven't
God.
permanently I've got full on ankle glutes and stuff like that. So then like running
Oh,
trainers.
I was gonna say,
And
yeah,
I'm
you're
just
gonna have to have like.
If I've done it before when I've been running or something and they've gone and it's gone really badly and I've hurt like my whole leg and everything and it's just that feeling. I did do it once. Did I tell you at the staff party? It dislocated. I had heels on. I thought I'm gonna
Oh,
wing it. I'm
no.
gonna put heels
Oh
on.
no!
And I was
Why?
actually dancing and I was so pissed I didn't care. And all I remember was my ankle dislocating and I collapsed
Oh
to
my
the floor and people were trying to help me. And I was on the floor looking at it and it was still bent out. Normally it pops back in.
No!
But it was still out.
No!
And they're just like, oh shit, you okay? And I just literally look at it and I punch it back into place. Take my shoes off.
What the fuck?
Took my shoes off and got back on with it. And they're all just like, what, you like G.I. Jane? I'm like, yep, let's go.
Shots.
'Cause the next morning, it hurt like fudge. But I didn't
Yeah.
give a shit that night.
I on
I was
my
I think
childless. it was
today
a staff
Chloe
do.
became the manliest person on this podcast. Considering it has two men, that's not a good sign for us.
on,
Why is it I'll dance in heels, but I won't go for a run?
I
That says
sprained
more
my
like I
ankle.
just don't want to
In
exercise.
Chloe, you can just take our man cards, mine and David's. I might have lost mine.
Didn't
for
you
quite a
punch.
lost?
while.
Yeah,
Let's
you
punch.
lost yours a long time ago.
I did sprain my ankle on my what do you call it in England? Prom? You know that dance you guys
Yeah.
have. What do you call it? We call it the grads, or some people call it something else.
It's
But
like
anyway,
prom, isn't it? I was like, yeah.
yeah. But anyway, so I was at my prom, whatever, and I did end up really extremely spraining my ankle.
Yeah.
I drank a lot more, like a crazy amount more, so where I could actually kind of walk on it. But the next day, done.
I go.
Absolutely shot. I couldn't even touch it. Had to walk around in crutches. But as in like, yeah, I just that brought back that memory. My graduation dinner thing. But anyway,
It's not a memory you like, is it? Twisting ankles.
no.
Kids are starting to do prom now. It's really weird.
They've been doing it for
They're
years.
starting to do it.
Yeah, it's been
Well,
on for
I dunno.
years. Didn't you have it in school?
Is it? No,
I had it in school. I didn't go.
really.
Yeah, I didn't go because I wasn't into
In
that
the
sort of
convent, we had a convent in our town, and they called it the Debs. And
A convent.
The
the
Debs.
convent, the girls' school, the convent girls' school. Anyway, that's what they
Right.
called it. Was the Debs, and of course, I was in a mixed school, and we call it the grads. But anyway, yeah, not
why
prom.
Why do they call it the Debs?
I don't know. I don't know. Is it short for
So
something or not?
random.
Absolutely is, but yeah.
Yeah, no,
I'd
it
love to-
is more of a thing over, isn't it? But it's like Halloween and everything is massive now, isn't it? And Tom's smiling, so something's going on.
Go on. Let's just let him go. on.
Kel's messaging me. That's what's happening. Even though
She's
she's
sat right next to you.
Well, I know, but because she can't talk, so it'll be on the podcast. So she's messaging me, but she's winding me up because she thinks it's really funny,
Gotcha.
We-
and it is in fairness.
What is it? You
That's
got to
why
do
I
it
keep
now.
laughing.
What's really
What?
funny? What's funny?
Oh shit! Oh no, I pressed the button again. Sorry.
What's
That's a good
funny?
one.
I can't say it because it's dirty.
Whoa,
you-
as if you
Like,
just say
She's
it.
sending me dirty messages. I'm not sending. No, I'm not.
You said
No.
some worse stuff than that, I bet. Talking about
Come
the straps on the wall.
Yeah, come on.
I'm absolutely not. We're moving on with this conversation.
Are you just red right now, or is that?
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
I am.
Oh, bless you. I feel like we derailed it with that one.
do we have any topics? Did we bring any topics to the show today?
Absolutely none.
Not
Apparently.
really, no.
Apparently this has been.
By the way,
Yeah.
update: Lidl have given up with the Bumblebee things. You know where they
What does
keep
that mean?
What?
you know where they keep trying to destroy my getting onto bins and stuff and putting trailers in the way.
Oh,
and random
right.
things. Yeah, they've stopped doing
They've
it.
just given up.
There
I
is
thi- I think they
no
must have,
longer these drums full of concrete. They're gone. Don't know where they've gone. They're just gone.
I think they must have listened to the podcast and be like, "Yeah, well, there's no point, is there?"
It doesn't matter. You're
It's
you're
clearly
always
a game
gonna,
at this
You're
point.
so skillful that there's nothing they can do to.
I didn't want to like
To
shoot
derail
a
you.
old horn. Like, yeah, I'm so skillful that they've just done it. No. I think they've probably got pissed off and gone. Let's just eliminate this. It's obviously not working. It's just causing more hassle than it's worth. There you go. No.
How
Best
about
thing.
the
That's
how about the Indians? The guys from the solar
Oh,
farm.
Do you know what?
There's usually a new
nothing's-
update every week with that.
I wasn't the only one that went there last week. One of the other drivers did. And apparently he did not get the same report that I do.
Really?
Okay.
He said he was stuck there for like an hour because they didn't want to help him with the bins that were overloaded. And they didn't want
Would
to
they
deal
help
with
you?
him. Yeah, they do not help me.
Would you be a little jealous if you all of a sudden hired a new girl on and they were all hitting on her? Would you get just a little bit like, oh,
Not really,
It's-
because it would
no.
be expected.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we've got quite a few female drivers in our yard as well. It's not like a norm to see it.
It's weird how skips do seem to attract women drivers.
Yeah. I
'cause
think
it's
it's quite
easy.
It's,
family friendly though, isn't it?
It's
What'd you
definitely
say?
not. Skips
I'm
are
kidding. I
definitely not
wanted a
easy.
reaction. I have no idea if it's easy or not.
Skip driving's like some of the hardest driving you can do. Like that
It's-
and bloody like
I mean,
stuff
when
like builders merchants.
when I was learning, it's something people like, when you get the random person learning and they'll ask, what would you recommend going forward? And a lot of the learner companies will say skips, tippers, things like that. Purely because skips, like you say, you go into some really awkward places that you wouldn't be doing in normal trucks. So if you can learn to drive a skip, you can crack on with anything. Tom, I don't like your smirkiness. Stop sending dirty stuff.
I'm not sending dirty stuff. I'm sat here. Like she texted me and I was thinking about it. And yeah.
Okay. We're gonna have to separate you guys so you can be the host of our
think so,
podcast
yeah.
again. Yeah. Did you guys want to do Facts of Life?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do Facts
Oh,
of
yeah.
Life.
All right. I'm looking forward to this. I have no idea what to expect. Hold on. Let me go to media. Let me go live so I don't screw that one up.
Got
Hey, everybody.
Ball and Chain and Sun here, and today we're going to be talking about
Letters.
letter.
Incredible Kids.
So incredible kids, I think is what he said. All right, let's jump to the first fact.
That was so
Oh, boy.
cute.
Okay, so okay, because I can't imagine we're going to be able to hear him perfectly. So,
Okay,
What?
so you guys are going to give me the age after I ask the question. So how old was the youngest Oscar winner?
oh, that's an interesting
Ooh.
one. How old? Like I kind of want to half guess it. We could just guess 4, but what movie would that have been in?
Isn't it a little girl? And she's like,
You know what?
3?
Was it Year One? That one with the curly hair?
I'm sure it's a
Singing-
little girl.
Yeah, I'm sure it is too. But
I'm going 3.
Go on, Tom. What do you got?
I don't know, because I was thinking, what does the Oscar getting the Oscar? Because technically, if a film gets it, does everyone on the film get that Oscar?
Oh, do you think it's the Snowman Kid?
I don't know. I'm thinking, is like a kid that was on, like it's like a 1-day-old baby
I'd say
or something like that.
I'd say it was an acting one. It could have been. I'd say it was for acting, is what she's asking for. Personally, but I'm just going to say 4. And
I don't know now because Ball and Chain's put Shirley Temple is who we're thinking of.
oh,
And
that's who
she-
I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, and she got a junior award, but not a real Oscar when she was 6.
Gotcha.
So, which makes me think, is it going to be older now then?
I don't know. I'm going to guess 4, just because.
I'm going 8. I'm winging it now with 8.
All right, Tom. Give us a
No,
number.
I think I'm going to go with. I don't know.
1.
It's less than 1. I think.
Less?
I've got a funny feeling.
Less?
How did they
Yeah,
don't
I-
even
I-
know they're acting?
Well, I don't know. That's my guess. Less than 1.
Less than 1. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
10-year-old.
Tatum O'Neal.
10-year-old.
Okay. Tatum something. I can't remember. What was it?
10-year-old.
Tatum O'Neal.
Tatum O'Neal. All right. I wonder what movie that is. Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
A
Well,
10-year-old. I was closest with an 8-year-old. Thank you.
yeah, there you go. All right. Fair enough. And Tom was way off with fucking less than 1. You fucking.
Well, I
moron.
don't know. That was my guess.
1-year-old. Just add an extra 0 on it.
How old is the youngest billionaire?
Billionaire. How old is the youngest billionaire?
Is it
Richie Rich?
Because I don't think Richie Rich is real. I don't think it's a.
Yeah, but it's probably Macaulay Culkin, isn't it? When he was little. Would it not be?
No. Do you know how long it takes
No,
to
it
lose $1
wasn't- it
billion?
wasn't.
Like when you have $1 billion, it takes a lot to get rid of that. It would take.
Is it a youngest billionaire or the youngest to lose $1 billion? Was it to say?
Youngest
How old is the
billionaire.
youngest billionaire.
It might no, because then the father would have to give it to him. Definitely
probably a young
not
kid,
the
innit?
Gates, not the Bill Gates people, because he won't actually give any of his money to his kids.
I'm going
No.
8 again.
I'd say it's probably less than 1, because a kid can be
Could
a
be born
billionaire.
into
Probably,
millionaires, yeah.
yeah, and he doesn't have to like win an Oscar or anything or learn to act. He probably doesn't even know he is a billionaire. So I'm going to say less than 1 years old, personally.
I don't know. Well, so basically, you're saying that you're born a billionaire.
Basically, yeah.
Oh fuck! I don't know. I'm gonna say 10. Fuck
I'd-
it.
It'd be interesting to find out who was the first kid to be the self-made billionaire. That would be
Yeah.
That might be a good one. But all right, let's find out.
19.
Yeah, and her name is Livia Voigt.
Okay, 19.
That was
19.
way
We were
older
way
than
off.
what we're not guessing these, are we?
No, we're not.
How old's the youngest female member of Mensa?
Of what?
Mensa.
6.
What's Mensa?
It is intelligence. It's the IQ. The people with the highest IQ.
Oh, okay.
There's a
yeah,
group
yeah.
of people.
Yeah, there is.
So you're going with 6. I'm
going 8 again.
I'm going to go with 5. What'd you say? 8? So 8 for answer
Yeah.
I
2.
said 6. Do not.
Yeah, you said 6. I said 5.
We're kind of in the right same ballpark.
Yeah.
2 years old.
Oh my
Her name
God,
is Isla
2.
McNabb, and she reads over 500 words at the age of 2.
I can read over
2.
500 words, and I'm not in Mensa. Mensa?
Yeah, but that's the age of 2, though,
At the
isn't
age
it?
of 2, that is impressive.
I got like 800 words right now. So
Well done, David.
you're very welcome. All right, let's move on to the next one.
How old was the youngest Premier Club player?
Oh, I say
Premier
17. 16, maybe? This is a soccer question, by the way.
Yeah, I don't really know enough about it, but like, I
I
mean,
know.
There's
I think
certain age
Beckham. I think
15.
I think Beckham was like 16 or 17. But again, yeah, I'm gonna say 16.
Well, because surely, like, the child labour laws not come into this.
Yeah, there's a certain age you can't play, is there? Because it is basically you're paid
There
for
was.
it, aren't you?
You know what? I've heard about this, and there was certain. He could play in, like one of the guys. I feel like it was Beckham, but he could play in the first half, but he couldn't play in the second half because he had to stop because it was after a certain time of the day you have to stop. Your kid can't work, and there was
This
this.
kid can't work.
Yeah.
Slave labor's too long.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say 16.
I'm going to say 15 because I'm wondering if it's like a no. I want to say 14 because
Yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna
wondering
say
if this is
14.
like because this is like I wonder if this is like a back in the day and then rules were put in place that you have to be this age.
Yeah, but you could still work at 14, couldn't you? Certain jobs.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Chloe.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
What do you got? What did you give?
I
What
said
number did you
14
give?
too.
I said 14 as well.
Okay.
15 years old.
Oh, fuck, I
Yep,
should have
his
gone
name
15.
was
I guessed that as
Ethan
well.
Waneri.
Ethan Waneri.
Waneri.
There you go.
Oh,
There we go.
that's adorable.
All right.
He's really good at speaking, by the
The
way.
youngest person to climb Everest.
All right. You got that?
Oh, is that
Um,
not that 19-year-old, that English guy that died?
Oh. Did he climb it, but he didn't actually make it down?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Really famous, isn't he?
No, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say 15, personally.
I'm going 19. I think it's a bit risky.
So for those people who didn't actually understand my son,
17.
it was the youngest person to climb Everest. All
Everyone
right.
understood his son.
Excuse me?
Don't everyone understood his son. Don't.
I know
Yeah.
you did. Hey, the amount of times I have to translate for people, all right, is quite a lot, and I just sometimes I can't understand. You couldn't understand that; it was perfect. But anyway, okay. Ready for the answer?
Yeah.
Was 13-year-old Jordan
God.
Romero.
Maybe he lived there.
They let a 13-year-old climb up
But
that
here's the thing:
mountain?
in Nepal, if they live there, because they don't actually because they're up so high already, they don't need the,
They're used to it, I
the
guess.
oxygen.
But he's called Jordan. I don't think that's a Nepalese name.
It's a very Jordanese name. Jordanese?
Jordanese.
Right,
Jord-
but Jordan's
Jordanian?
not near Nepal.
Oh yeah, I suppose
He didn't live there.
Nepalian. Sorry, yeah. Okay, all right. Next one.
What is the age of the youngest person to publish a book?
Oh.
I'm gonna say 1-year-old. Yeah, that could be easy a 1-year-old, and they just helped. You know, did it's children's book again. Children's books they get published. You know, obviously, I don't think it's like a New York Times bestseller.
5.
But I'm gonna say 1. And his parents helped him do it, but put his name on it.
Could be unborn then in that case. Could be about a pregnancy.
14, I'm going to say.
Oh wow. Okay, Tom's going the
You
other
go for
direction.
it.
All
Yeah.
right, let's find out.
2 years and the 19 days.
3 years and 319 days.
God.
Her name was Almaha Rashed Almeri.
I don't know why my wife had to correct
Did
him. Like I understood that perfectly.
Actually,
yeah.
did she? Wait, he actually wrote the book, or did they help create the book or write the book?
Yeah.
Well, it would have wrote the book, and then someone would have published it for him.
Yeah.
God,
There we go.
Or they might have
3-year-old
also
publishing a book. That's
illustrated.
crazy.
Well, don't forget they could have drawn pictures and then explained it. Someone's written it down, and then they publish it.
At 3, I don't think I was drawing very good pictures at 3.
I was. My pictures were amazing. Just
Have you never seen Lola and Charlie and things like that?
he obviously didn't.
That's like a child
What?
drawing, isn't
No.
it?
Yeah.
It's like a kiddie program.
Okay.
Okay, so the youngest solo artist at number 1 on the U.S. albums chart.
Bop. Boom bop.
I was literally about to say Bieber. Was
No,
Bieber
that's-
not very young?
Bieber was.
Yeah, but then didn't you have like Michael Jackson? Wasn't he quite young? I know he had the group.
Oh yeah. No, 'cause Solo,
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. Solo. It's throwing me a little bit.
and also Hanson's.
That's the bop.
yeah. That was that. There was 2 of them, wasn't there?
3 of them.
Or was there? Oh, fuck
It's
it.
going to be
The
something
third one didn't
Nickelodeon,
count.
isn't it? But whether it is Bieber, I don't know, because I'm sure someone younger would have been.
Yeah.
Hannah Montana.
That would be Miley Cyrus, by the way. Just let you
It
know.
is, yeah.
They're actually 2 different people. Would you believe?
What?
Yeah, I know, right? I feel like I want to guess the person, but we're only going to ask the
Oh,
age. So
Britney Spears. Yeah. Oh, no, but
Oh,
it's the
no,
US,
she-
isn't it?
yeah, well, she was 16 or something when she was strutting her stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
It might well be Bieber then. But how
I
old
don't
was he?
know. I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm thinking.
don't worry, we can hear you thinking.
Like, yeah, you can hear the cogs going.
Yeah, they need a little.
I'm gonna
lube.
say
they need some baby oil in there.
13. 13. Oh my god! Let's not do the baby oil thing.
All right, I'm going to say 10.
I'm going with 12.
Okie dokie.
13 years.
Look
Yep,
at
13
that.
year-old
One of us
Stevie
finally got an
Wonder.
answer right.
Stevie Wonder.
Wonder.
Yeah.
Is he the blind dude?
Yes, he's the blind gentleman. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, he also sings.
Yeah, but he's that one, isn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's yeah. Would he be as famous if he wasn't blind? He's like he's extra
Was he
famous.
blind
because of
then?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah,
Oh.
not sure.
Poor Tom's getting tired.
Hey,
You know
David,
what?
you were yawning
I was-
earlier.
actually, you did yawn
That's
before.
because
Yeah.
that's because you guys were talking about trucks. You know how much that bores me.
On the Shrugging podcast.
I did say sorry, but I mouthed it. All right, next.
How old was the youngest
Circus.
circus
Ring.
ringmaster? Circus ringmaster.
How
That's
young was the
adorable.
youngest circus ringmaster?
It's not. It's definitely an old timey job, so it's probably like 8 or something like that.
Yeah. Let's go. I'm gonna
Back
go
when
with.
they used to
going with-
beat everyone, including the animals. Isn't that right, Bells?
All right, I'm gonna go with 14.
Yeah, it's gonna be someone around. I'm going with 12 because it's gonna be someone that was brought up with it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's probably even younger, to be honest, like 6, to be honest. I'm going 6. I'm going.
Have you been around to other person's house again?
Oh, Tom's smelling some.
Tom is
pussy
spelling
cat.
a pussy and talking to the cat. Yeah. Why are you saying the cat's been somewhere else?
3 year
Because
Sorry.
sometimes she smells of perfume, and you can tell she's been someone else's house.
Right. Okay.
There we go.
She's
Maybe she just
known.
likes putting on perfume.
No, she's known in the area. People take pictures of her at the bus stop because she knows if she goes to the bus stop, people will stroke her. And
That's
people
awesome.
send like we've had someone saying, "Does anyone?" and Neely, I was going to put like a video out because they were like, "Does anyone know this cat? Whose cat this is? She doesn't have very good road safety or something like that." I was like, "What the fuck? It's a cat." I mean. What
Didn't
did
you show her the video
expect?
with,
I-
with
well,
the hedgehogs?
Well, I was going to have a video and post it as a response of me sat with the cat watching a road safety video. And I don't know, so it's okay. She's gone on the course now. She should know what she's doing. I don't know, just something stupid.
Oh my god, you totally should have done that. Put it on TikTok
I know.
There's this.
Well, this is it.
with the
but Kel didn't
comments
want me
as
to.
well. Oh my god, you should have.
There's this
Sorry.
woman. She was complaining that there's a deer crossing on the freeway. All right, she's like, why would somebody put a deer crossing there? All right, as in like, couldn't they put the deer crossing somewhere else where it's less, there's less traffic or whatever? As in like thinking that the deers are paying attention.
Yeah,
to the
they know
sign.
exactly where to cross. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like you not realize that we don't get to choose that.
In
As
all
in, like,
fairness,
no-
though, have you seen like a YouTube clip? There's like a short of a cat that turns up to a zebra crossing, sits there, looks at the
Yeah.
traffic, people stop, it crosses the road and cracks on.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's fucking amazing. I will say, have you ever seen the Deer Bridges?
Oh, well, the overpass bridges.
Yeah. There's one
Yeah.
near Manchester.
No,
Yeah.
I have not.
It's basically it's,
How do
it's
they
a
know?
bridge
How do they know to use it?
because it has grass on it and it has trees and shrubbery on it.
Lovely.
It's like a
So it
wildlife
looks-
over the top.
It
yeah.
looks like it doesn't look like something they have to dash across. They can just kind of just go between it.
Yeah.
And there's one near Manchester or near-ish Manchester, and yeah, so they can go and like cross at that point
They
there.
look very cool.
Yeah.
They do look very cool.
All right, let's find out the answer to the question I've
Yeah.
already forgotten.
What was the question? Are we
I
on a
don't-
new
I
one?
genuinely can't remember.
I think it was the
We're on a new one,
ringmaster.
aren't we?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
3-year-old Cranston Chipperfield of the UK.
Ooh, you guys should know
Three.
him. Don't you guys know him? You guys are from the UK. No,
I mean, this could have been years ago, David.
I suppose
Back
so.
when circus were popular.
Yeah, Circus Olay is going on in our area right now. You've heard of that,
There
haven't
is
you?
circuses around, but they're not like what they used to be, are they?
You know what? I've not it's been a while since I've actually seen a circus. I've never been to a circus before. I might have when I was really, really young.
I had
Yeah,
when I
I
was
had when I
young.
was little.
Yeah. I can't remember the last one I went to. It was probably like 15 years ago. I think it was
Is
an
it something
adult.
I should take my kids to? Is that something that people like?
Yeah, they are
Maybe-
very good.
Instead of
They're meant to be
playing
very
video
good.
games with them, in the computer next to you, you take them outside.
There's one that comes down here, and I've always heard really good stuff about it.
Side.
Outside. How do I explain outside? So when you're inside in the house, it would be
Yeah, house.
not. It would be inside in a room. There's If you
Like an
go
No, I
open
don't like
room.
that.
go through
I don't
all the
like that at
doors,
all.
and when you feel uncomfortable, that's where outdoors are.
But that's where I feel uncomfortable. So yeah, that's clearly not going to happen, is it?
All right, let's find out what the next one is.
Okay, how old was the youngest pirate for whom there is documentary proof of?
Oh,
Well, that could have been a baby born on a ship, surely.
Yeah, and all of a sudden,
You
yeah.
could just put a cool hat and go, "This is my
'Cause, well,
pirate friend."
Because a deckhand, at what point do you become an actual pirate?
When you
Because
have a hook.
technically they used to have deckhands at like the age of 8 and stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, but if like the pirate master has a kid, that kid's gonna be the pirate master's son.
Although it does say documented. So this is obviously they've done something to like warrant like being put up on a. Isn't it strange how we kind of glorify pirates, like Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff like that, and what they actually do is
Horrific.
real bad. Like they were
And-
horrendous people.
They weren't. They are. They still are. They're still about.
Yeah.
Pirates
Yeah,
still
and-
exist, don't they?
There's a lot of Ethiopians who they come out, they're on their boats, and they try taking down the cargo ships and all that kind
I
of
did
stuff.
not know this until about a month ago that pirates
Yeah.
still existed.
They're just
Really?
in a different
Yeah.
form,
Really?
and
But yeah, they're
just
not like
so
pirates
poor.
like you think.
they're just so poor that they kind of feel like they have to.
Have you seen the one where the pirates fucked up, and I believe it was a Russian warship they went after, and obviously the thing about Russian warships is they're Russian and it's a warship, which are two things that you do not want to deal with.
No, what did they go bang?
Oh yeah, they just started shooting at them because it is
Oh, wow.
a Russian warship.
Wow.
See, a lot of the
Okay.
ships that they attack can't actually have any guns because of international law and all that kind of stuff. They can't just go from one port and and actually have weapons. So they use water guns basically. They just have huge hoses that shoot water out the sides all over.
Actually, that's not all they do. They do have guns on board. They do have like special forces on board. A lot of these, but what they do is they have mercenaries that are out basically floating in the sea because they can pick them up in international waters and carry them and drop them off in international waters. But as you say, they can't collect and take them from ports.
Oh, so they got like big boys out in the sea.
So they basically pick them up, and I kind of knew. Well, I say I kind of knew someone who actually did do that for a while. And basically, they just spend
How did you
months
know
out.
someone that did that?
Well, it was like a friend of a friend, and it was, I don't know, it was kind of cool. They would explain to me how it all worked. But basically, they would like sit in international waters on like a certain ship.
And this is a pirate.
And no, these are like they're all ex-army and stuff like
right,
that.
this is
So
an
they'll be
army.
like,
I thought you meant you knew a pirate that did this.
No, I don't know a pirate. No,
Like,
no, it's not a
how?
pirate thing.
What
This is
point did you
is
know
like
this?
this is protection services, and
Right.
like they'll just start popping shots off at them and stuff like that. And yeah,
There was that movie
Wow.
with Tom Hanks, Captain something or another, but
Captain Phillips,
Captain
I
Phillips.
thought
Look
you
at
were going to say
me.
Castaway.
look at me, I am the captain now.
Yeah, there you go. So
It's perfect.
I've
that
not
was
seen that film.
perfect.
they didn't have
Okay.
mercenaries. They just had to. They got captured. So sorry,
You've got to
spoilers.
think you think it's quite a modern like with stuff like that, but the fact that film had come out, the Captain Phillips film that had come out, that was quite a while ago. So this has been ongoing for a good while, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it absolutely has. But
I have no idea what film you're on about, but okay.
Tom Hanks. Oh, okay, I think you can only watch it on Apple TV. So there you go. Tom
Oh,
Hanks.
You
I
Like,
can watch it
haven't seen it
BBC iPlayer free of
advertised.
charge.
I might have seen
All
it
right, let's find
advertised.
out what the answer to the pirate youngest kid is.
We did, didn't we? No, we didn't.
Well, he was somewhere between 8 and 11 years old, and his name was John King. In 1716, the notorious pirate Black Sam, aka Samuel Bellamy of the UK, captured a passenger ship called the Bonetta. On the Bonetta, John King, and his mother were passengers. And according to a statement of the captain of the Bonetta, John King insisted on joining the pirate crew, threatening to kill himself or hurt his mother if his wish was not granted. Eventually, Black Sam allowed him to do so. So there you go.
There you go. Anyway,
Hang on, friends
Why
can
would
cover,
you-
but these pirates were taking on their ship anyway.
what year was it?
So would they care? They'd go, all right, kill your mum. See what we care.
Well, we were planning to kill her anyways, but fair enough.
Yeah, you crack on, make life easier for us. Wow, beg to be a pirate. But then how did he be a pirate ringmaster, or was he just literally a pirate?
Just a pirate, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, it was just a pirate.
Nothing like a special pirate.
Yeah, I'm sure he had like maybe he had a hook, and maybe one eye and a patch. But it doesn't mean that you get granted captain just because you have a hook
A
and an
hook.
eye patch.
I thought that's how you became captain.
It's not how you can become a captain. That's not a captain thing. That's just a TV trope, I believe.
You know what's crazy?
Well, you
Is
have a
that-
wooden peg leg, don't you?
Oh yeah, definitely. And if you have a parrot as well, you're definitely going to be captain.
So you need a hook, you need a parrot, you need an eye socket, and you need
We all have eye
Peg leg.
sockets. I have 2 eye sockets.
Yeah.
the eye patch. Sorry, eye
There
patch.
you go. Tom, you must have had a good week because usually every 2 weeks when we do this recording, there's usually some crazy stuff that has happened to you.
I know,
And
right?
it's just-
I know. There has
it-
been
it
nothing.
takes up
There's been
so
no
much-
crazy
It
It
stories.
takes up
Stories.
so much time. I'm like, whereas like, oh, we can relax. We don't have to bring any topics. As Thomas is going to go ahead and ramble on about how life is absolutely shit for him.
Well, there was the egg incident at the beginning of the podcast. Was that not
Not
interesting
really
enough?
an
Was that
incident,
not?
is it? That's a lame
You
excuse.
left us hanging for like 10 minutes. Me
But
and,
then, like,
me
the
and
other
Chloe
week
had to
as well,
talk
you
to
were
each
like-
other. Do you know how hard it is for me and her just to talk to each
Whoa.
other? It's actually very good.
We had a great conversation.
we did. I can't remember what we spoke about, but we did. Yeah.
I spoke about the fact that I'm watching Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah. Right. That's right. We started
Watching
talking
the
about Lord of the Rings.
extended edition as well.
Did
I've
you know,
never seen the
Tom,
extended.
that the first series of the new Lord of the Rings spin-off, the Rings of Power, it cost like over $500 million to create the first season, and the second one cost roughly around the same as well. I think it cost $200,000
So-
to buy the
Lot.
rights, but you know it's over five. It's over.
So I think this is something that a lot of places, because there was a series that did this with, I'm trying to think what it was called. It was with dinosaurs, and it was fucking ace. And I'm
Jurassic
sure
World?
it was like, no, it wasn't. It was 1 second.
With dinosaurs and it was Ace. King Kong?
Yeah,
TV
Have a
show. You're
dinosaur
talking about
in
a TV series, yeah?
yeah, and it was like really, really high budget, and I can't believe think Terra Nova is what it's called.
Oh, I think I watched that.
Yeah, it was developed by Steven Spielberg.
Oh.
And it only got it. This was like a mega series,
I never heard of it.
and it was trying to think.
Oh no, I
Trying
don't
to
think I watched that. It was
find-
Primeval I watched. That was crap.
Oh no, Terra Nova was genuinely good. Had like some really good stuff. It had like some fucking phenomenal actors in it. Like some genuinely cool moments in it.
Is that an
But it
old
costs-
series then?
I'm like 2012 or something? Question mark.
Oh, not a
2011.
huge amount. Okay.
No, basically it's it was really good. Like really good.
How come I didn't hear about
And,
it? It was really good.
Because you're in America.
Um,
Is it British?
don't know. It's an American TV show.
I'm just curious
Um,
what actors are in it.
The series.
Jason
What is
O'Mara's
series?
like the lead.
hell is that?
Trying to work out.
Oh yeah, really big.
He's one of them. He's one of them that when you see him, you'll recognize. In fact, a lot of them, you'll be like, they're not A-list, but they're all people that you're like, oh yeah, I remember him from that. I remember him from
Apparently
that.
he's
It's
in
all them
Batman.
sort of.
Okay,
But it was super high budget. Like it was, I think at the time it was like one of the highest budget first seasons of anything.
It's got the dude out of Avatar.
There you go. Yeah. So it is stuff like that where you're like, oh yeah, I know that guy from this.
is that the Hemmingsworth
But-
or something or Sam
no,
Worthington?
But
the
I
grey
think-
haired dude with the scar. The
Oh,
the soldier
him.
guy.
Oh, okay, the
Yeah.
guy you really hate.
He's really good in it.
Yeah.
But I think what a lot of these series are doing now is they're going in heavy on that first season, trying to kind of collect as many people. It's kind of like, I think in a way, it's like a lost leader. The first series,
Right.
like they're not expecting to make like hardly any money on it as a.
It's just a catchment
but they
sort of
know-
phase.
They know, like, say for instance, that they might lose 10% of their audience each season.
Yeah.
And so they're okay with that because if they get like 10 million people watching it, then they'll still have 9 million people for the next season and so on and so forth. So, and that's what they're doing with stuff like the Lord of the Rings series. I think I would think if you actually look at it, Lord of the Rings probably didn't make that much money, but they'll have gone.
But how
in
do you
big for that
calculate
first
how
one.
much money they make? Because the Rings of
I
Power.
don't
because it's a
know.
Prime show. Like people who only have Prime can watch it. You know.
I genuinely I don't know, but it's interesting. Like because like say for instance like Stargate, you start as the series went on, you noticed that the budget was definitely dropping. Like little things like at the beginning of like Stargate SG-1, for like the first like 3 or 4 series, something like that. They had like a full orchestra doing all of the music, and then after that, they went into more of like just a DJ guy doing the music, and like they noticed like there was a lot more
Just a
CGI and
DJ
a-
guy.
well, like someone like basically just one guy like
How do
mixing
you
deck
know
or something.
what, like, as in putting in opera
How,
music?
yeah, how
or
are you able
what?
to tell?
And now we're coming up to
'cause-
the tense bit.
Because I watched documentaries behind the
Okay,
scenes and stuff
okay.
like
Oh,
that, and you
so
can
without
tell.
watching
and you
that, you're
can
not
tell.
going to know.
I don't know because I know.
Well, let's be honest. They could just use the orchestra for the first series and just keep using that. Keep dubbing it over.
I
the top.
think that's basically what they did do for the most part, but I don't know. I mean, don't wrong. It's one of them ones where you can notice some of the stuff, but I think what they are starting to do now is they are going really big with like these pioneer. And again, I guess even like the Stargate, that was back in the 90s.
But I mean, I
and
have to
that
admit,
was a classic example of that.
like a lot of CGI stuff nowadays, they seem to have lost touch with the CGI. Like, if you watch, I don't know what sort of film it was. What was it I was watching the other day? Where the CGI is, like the Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff, like the scene where he's playing the piano, like the big octopus man. And you think how clever the CGI is on that. But then you watch the new Jurassic World, and then there's like a bit where like Blue's snapping at someone. It just doesn't look quite the same.
Yeah, you can.
It's like they've lost it
So,
almost.
I was watching, but they haven't. They haven't lost it. Technology's got better. It looks better. They can make
But
it
does it?
perfect.
Like the
What
first
has
Jurassic
changed? No.
World
high,
looked
What
high,
has
better.
high definition
changed-
TVs.
It's nothing to do with high def. What's changed is studios want it doing faster. They want it doing quicker. They're wanting to push it out. So whereas, like, obviously back in like the original Jurassic Park, when they did some of the stuff, because a lot of that CGI still very much holds up today.
Yeah.
And the reason was they spent as much time as they needed on it to try and make it look
Oh, okay.
perfect. Whereas, and like you look at some of the Marvel stuff as well, and they're famous for kind of wanting some of the. I'm trying to think what series it was. Like Moon Knight, there was one.
Oh,
there was
yeah,
a
that
car
was good.
chase in it,
Yeah.
and it was good, but some of the CGI was dog shit, and that's because Marvel was pushing that CGI out. They
series
weren't
out,
doing it
yeah.
quickly. Like Corridor Digital it's done a few episodes on this where.
Bless you.
Sorry, go on, sneeze.
Not quick
Bless
enough
you.
on the mute.
I wasn't now, but like I think with a lot of these, it's all about speed. They want it done as quick as possible.
But it's when it's
And
so
what they'll
noticeable.
do.
You know what I mean? I was like, that was terrible. Like, I just
Yeah.
remember the Wolverine Origins movie, which was extra bad. It was just like, what the hell am I watching? It was just, I didn't understand it. I was like,
Well-
what the hell? This is
Do you know the new Minecraft film?
no, I don't.
Yeah.
That everyone's going. Oh, people are going,
Everyone's going
like,
nuts over it. Yeah.
because it looks dog shit. But the reason why it's looking dog shit, supposedly, and again, this is Corridor Digital that was saying this, is because the studio has taken, like, they've kind of gone over. They've got this footage that needs more work done to it. That needs like more color correction done to it. That needs more extra like this and that and the other done to it. And they've just taken it and posted it on things, and everyone's going fucking mental about it.
Yeah, they have said they look weird as fudge. I mean, they do look a little bit weird.
I have to.
But then,
I've never,
how are you
I've
going to
never
make
even heard of this.
Minecraft not look weird? Oh, you need to
What,
watch the
Minecraft?
trailer. You know the game Minecraft.
You've not heard of Minecraft?
Heard of Minecraft? I just haven't heard of a movie.
It's
You've
got
not heard
Jack
of a
Black in
movie?
it.
Huh? The movie Minecraft.
It's got Jack Black.
Yeah.
It,
Obviously,
it hasn't been out yet.
In fairness, Chloe, of course, no, it's not yet. It's coming out this end of this year.
Yeah.
Of course, it has Jack Black in it. Anything that's a kind of kids style film that's got a bit of comedy has to have Jack Black in it.
Yeah, but it's quite funny because he's meant to be Steve, isn't it? And the little clips you've seen.
Yeah.
It makes me chuckle.
My kid watches.
Well, Logan
suspecting
is
that I'll
very
be going
excited.
my kid.
and I've got
I'm
to
expecting
watch
I'll be
it.
going to see
He
it.
watches a lot of Minecraft
Yeah,
videos
I've
now,
got to watch it.
and he was watching. He was last night while he was watching it. He was done watching, and he went over to my wife and started crying. as in like because of the characters, because the characters are in it. They got buried by the village people. The village people put him into a grave, and then he went over to his mom and just like started crying and started trying to explain. Well, like, what the hell does he just watch? And I'm like, what is going on? It's just that he was just because of the two main characters in it. I don't know I can't remember what their names
Yeah.
are. Yeah, just started crying, proper tears. We were so sad. He's never looked so in his entire life. He just because they buried him, and it was just. See, normally he watches the YouTube's kid YouTube, where he only gets that.
Yeah.
But yesterday he was kind of watching something on my phone, and he wanted to rewatch it. And like, all right, here, you're just watching your tablet, and so and then he went down
And
the
he
rabbit.
obviously
He
watched
went
something,
he
yeah.
went down the rabbit hole, but it wasn't that. It was obviously it's acting. You know what I
It
mean?
wasn't that bad. It was just a
Yeah.
little one.
But yeah,
Well,
I'm like, yeah.
I watched. So obviously Logan has watched all the Jurassic World, Jurassic Park.
Mhm.
Questionable whether he should have. I don't know, but he loves them. He'll quite happily watch them. And then we decided to watch the other night on Friday. We watched. What's the one before Endgame, the Marvel one, because he loves his superheroes as well. But obviously they all
Infinity
start
War?
disappearing, don't they? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he was like, "Where's Spider-Man?" And he was devastated.
Oh wow.
Absolutely devastated. And I was like, "Oh no, I thought I thought he'd be all right." And then I thought, well, he's gonna have to watch Endgame now, regardless of whether it's acceptable now.
Yeah.
He's got to watch it to see it through.
But you
Oh,
did
no.
tell him, I was like, don't
Oh,
worry,
no.
don't worry. The next
I
movie,
did say, I said, "Don't worry, mate. Spider-Man comes back. It's fine." I did explain all of this.
Yeah,
And
but
he's
then
like,
there's
"I
the
don't believe
Iron
you."
Man bit at
But
the
then
end.
there's the Iron Man bit. But his friend from school's already told him. So I thought, well, if a friend from school in his year group has watched it, then it's fine. It's acceptable. He's going to watch it. I don't know if
The
I should have
Iron
let him
Man
watch it.
thing is
He was fine.
heartbreaking.
No, he got over the Iron Man thing. He watched that bit
Yeah.
and he went, "Oh right, Iron Man's dead." He's like, "Oh, it's Spider-Man! It's Spider." Honestly, you know when Spider-Man comes back, his face was beaming. He looked at me and he was the happiest kid in the world. And I was just like, "Oh yeah, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I'm sure he's not traumatized by this. He's very happy."
I will say, them two films are like a once in a lifetime film.
Right?
Oh my god, they were amazing when they
It's
first come out.
Like, well, it was just the fact that it was led up so. I mean, I know that they're trying to do it now, and obviously they bring in
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, obviously they're bringing him back, which I'm
Yeah.
excited for, and I think I've got an idea because my guess is because it's that's going to be in. Well, if you by the way, if you don't know, if you don't watch, in fact, tell you what, Timo, if you haven't switched off already, you can switch off. We're going to talk about Marvel for just a minute. I know you have no interest in this in the slightest, but we do, so fuck you. But so Doctor Doom's going to be in the new Fantastic Four film,
Yeah,
which is not in the main universe.
yeah.
It's in the multiverse. So
Yeah.
I think he crosses over,
Isn't
and I'm guessing everyone's going to be like, "Wait, that's Tony Stark."
There's but
And-
there's one episode like one comic book, isn't there? I've watched one of the YouTube shorts and stuff. There's a comic book where he is Doctor Doom or something, isn't he? Tony Stark is in another multiverse or something.
I think so,
So
yeah.
they're going to tie it all
Yeah.
in. Yeah. So I reckon they're going to tie it in with that.
Yeah, I think
But
so. I think
it's
there's
very
a few
exciting.
ways
To bring him back is like a Hail Mary in a way because people are dropping off the whole the Marvel bandwagon. I'll stay around forever, you know, but because I've seen everything. And by the way, Tom, have you seen the What If episodes yet? If you haven't,
Yes, that's
No,
so
I
good.
haven't.
God.
Me too.
Have you seen the Marvels?
I have, yeah. I've seen
I
that.
haven't watched that yet. Is that good?
Fuck me, that was trash.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
That was.
But there's
that
another.
I mean, there
new
was
one,
some
isn't there? The witch
important like stuff in there, but
There's
it
one.
was trash.
There's one
It
part
was
where
awful.
in the planet they only understand singing.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, fuck you.
So you have to sing
Like-
in order for people to
What?
understand you. Yeah, and it's basically so it's kind of it's stupid. It's really
It's so stupid. It's so stupid. I
Still be
the
able
thing
to
is,
understand each
No,
other if you weren't singing.
you have to learn.
No,
You're allowed to
apparently not.
learn how to talk. Just, like one of the guys.
It's so dumb.
Yeah,
And the thing is, Captain Marvel's
That's
like one of my
bollocks.
favorites. I love Captain Marvel, and I was like, oh no, I can't. This is just shocking. This is awful. Basically, when I was ill, I spent like the days that I was on the like I got ill on the Saturday, and then even on the Monday I was still, and I just sat and just watched everything on Disney Plus.
I've done that.
Including Loki, by the way. If you've seen
I
Loki,
love
I know I'm late to the
Loki
party
is
on that.
so.
Holy
Have you not
shit.
watched that before?
No, I haven't. And I went to the cinema with Kale to watch Deadpool and Wolverine.
I've
Oh,
not
so
seen
you
it.
were
Oh,
having
that's
a-
really good though.
Okay, so you.
I had a huge handicap. I didn't
Oh my
realize it, but like
God.
she was. Well, there's like parts in it, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's kind of cool. And then now I've watched Loki, I'm like, oh right, I get that
Loki
now.
is
That
so
makes sense.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a good
If I
series.
could, if I was only forced to ever watch only one TV series or one movie or whatever, right? It would just be the What If episodes. I would if I
They're
was
very good.
if that was all the Marvel I could watch for the rest of my life, I would just keep repeating the What If episodes. They're absolutely
100%,
fantastic.
Tom. You've got to watch it.
You know,
Except the
and-
zombie one. I don't like that one.
Oh,
zombie
I love the
episode. I
zombie
switched
one.
that
The
over.
zombie one was amazing.
That was. I don't know what happened in that one. I switched over.
Oh, really.
But 100%.
Oh, you
Tom,
don't
you gotta
like
watch them.
zombies? That's right.
No, I
Yeah.
couldn't watch that one.
That was a
I
very
was
sad
out. I'm
episode.
out.
Wait,
Bad on that
me and Kale are going to go and watch the 25th. No, what 20th anniversary of Shaun of the Dead. In fact, you knew what I was
Oh
talking
yeah,
about.
it's coming out, isn't it? The
Yeah,
cinema viewing.
Oh,
I
is
saw
it
that.
really?
I thought of you
Yeah.
guys. I went. Ooh.
I'm hoping that they've got some new footage. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, what, some like outtakes or something, or like
Well, some extra
additional-
scenes and shit like that.
That would be
yeah.
cool, wouldn't it? If they had all the
Yeah.
extra scenes in,
That's a long time ago.
that would be cool. Oh, such a good film. That is the
Very,
only
very
zombie
cool.
film I can actually watch properly.
What?
Yeah.
What, you
Yeah.
can watch Shaun of the Dead? That
Yeah,
has
'cause
like
they-
a lot of zombies in it.
But they don't run at you.
Didn't at one point they realized that
and
they were very
I know
slow
What happens.
and they started like kind of walking around them and dodging them?
Yeah, and they pretended to be zombies.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right, they
The first time I watched
pretended.
it, I couldn't deal with it. But because of the humour in that, I can kind of overlook it, and I've got over that film. That's one film I
Okay.
can watch. But because they
So,
don't like
28
21 days, when they
days
run
later-
at you, what? Can't
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that. It's when
You know
they
they're
run
making
at you.
28 years later.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've seen it. Do you know what? I accidentally
It's
played.
in production at the moment in Burnley or something like that.
I accidentally played, Red Dead Redemption, the first one. They did Undead
Yeah.
Nightmare. Well, I
Fuck, it
accidentally
was so
played that
good.
because the box that I got originally came with both, and I didn't realise. Or I did, but I never. I must have subconsciously clicked on it. Anyway, these zombies started running at me, and I freaked out. Literally, the controller went through the window. I legged it. I was out.
Well, I remember playing that Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare, and I remember, and that was the first. Was it the first? Maybe the second zombie game I played, and I was like, "Holy fuck, this is amazing! This is better than the actual game." And I just sat and played that the whole time, like it was fucking ace.
I downloaded
These
Red
ones
Dead
be good,
Redemption.
but-
It's so boring.
Which one?
The main one. Red 2.
Yeah,
two,
so-
the second one. It's so fucking
You
boring. You're on a
Right.
horse for so long.
You've got to play the game. You've got to play the
Yeah, yeah,
game. You
I'm
can't just
playing
ride
the
Right, so-
around.
game. Yeah, I'm playing the bloody campaign, and they're making you be on a horse for half a bloody hour.
do have to be in the right mindset for it.
And it was
if you're
just
not,
all
if
I
you're
want to
not
do is
kind of
kill
like,
people and get into mischief and drag people by the. I didn't.
Yeah, so
It just.
if you're not going into it with the right mindset, it will be the most boring game. But there's something about like it just kind of just looking at the scenery while you're on your horse watching its balls sway around, and you're looking into you're looking into. Mikhail's looking at me now. What the fuck am I talking about? Red Dead Redemption talking about? Like looking at it, like
So
just
good.
like the sunrise coming up, and I don't know. There is something about that world
Yeah.
which is just it's just not like they can't replicate that.
No, it's so good. How
Like,
far have you
there's
got into the
certain-
campaign, David?
I made it to this village.
That's not very
Where
far.
you have-
That's not very
where
far.
you have-
You've not given it a chance.
Strawberry. You've only made it to Strawberry.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, the place,
What
the
the
first
fuck?
place.
That's the beginning
No
of the
wonder
game.
that's like
You've only
it.
got
The
past
first
Wait,
place
back the fuck up. No,
where-
no, no,
where
no,
there's
no,
a
no, no.
hotel.
Steve,
Is
no,
that
no,
right?
you're saying you got past the snow levels. That's all you've done.
Yeah. That's
Right, that's the
That's
rubbish
not-
bit. I'll give
that's
you
the
that.
shit
That's
part
not
of the
great.
game.
I've
That
already,
is the shit
I've
part of the
already
game.
deleted it. I needed to make
What?
room for
Right,
another
Right,
game.
I'm going. I'm out.
It is very right. Well, I guess that's it. Thank you so much for listening. If you haven't listened, are we actually ending it here? I don't know if we are.
I'm so offended right now.
Okay, we don't have to edit. But hold on, it just takes. Okay, I played Grand
Right,
Theft Auto.
okay.
I
okay.
played Grand Theft Auto.
That first bit. No, I'm going to argue this. That first bit, the snowy bit, is shit. All right, I'm going to give you that. That's boring.
I'm going to put my microphone off and just sit back. I'm
Yeah,
going
it's
to
fine,
let you
fuck
guys
off.
deal with this. Yeah.
Right, that bit is boring. You have to get into the actual game, into the chapters, and get the storyline because the storyline is amazing. Once you get into that storyline, the rest is irrelevant. It's perfect.
But I already deleted it.
Did you pay for it?
Kinda. It came.
And so you've deleted it. So it's a waste of money.
That's a no.
No,
You
well,
should at
I
least
bought.
got to get
I
involved.
bought.
Are we?
I
Were you
bought
doing
the
your best
PlayStation-
pirate impression there,
I bought the
David?
PlayStation Extra thing, and it comes free on that package. A bunch of games come free on that.
Really?
So so.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So I so yeah, I'm like I would have paid for it. I went
Got to
on the
give it a
PlayStation
chance.
Network to actually pay for it, but then I was like, oh, all I need to do is
Is that the PC version?
yeah,
That you've got?
I got
it any
I got the PlayStation.
Okay.
I'm really
So I
offended.
think that is that not on the PC?
I don't know.
The PlayStation
What, Red
Network.
Dead you can, yeah.
Oh, I know on Red Dead Redemption you can.
Oh, this setup, I don't know. Actually, have you seen the trailer for the Jurassic Park game?
I have not. That sounds
Have you
interesting.
not? That looks very good. It's set back.
Have you?
know,
Have you
It's-
got your kids
What?
the other Jurassic Park games where you can actually the Zoo Tycoon style ones?
Yeah, I used to love them. I love that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, they've brought out a new role play one. I don't know when it's coming out, but it's set in the original Jurassic Park, where this girl is left on the island, and it's about her survival and that. But the graphics look amazing.
Oh,
looks
so someone.
really good.
So this is supposedly, from what I've heard, this is the alien isolation of Jurassic Park.
Oh, I don't
It's
know.
kind of like, is it survival horror almost?
I don't know if it's horror or what it is, but it looks like very good. But this chick basically gets left on the island and not on the boat.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
hurricane or wherever it's hitting.
Yeah.
She gets left behind, from what I gather. It's like only a small sort of snippet of what you see, but it looks very good.
That does sound like my cup of tea.
Yeah.
I'll be down for that because it's. Yeah, I'll be definitely down for that.
Yeah, that looks good. What about that, David? Would that look good for you?
I suppose. Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Did you not listen? Wait. Wait, did you not listen to us?
Were you talking to
Have
me?
you- have you
I
ever
thought
seen
you were
it?
talking about
Yes.
the Jurassic Park stuff. and
No,
that kind
right.
of
Have
stuff.
you ever seen?
Sorry.
There's that scene from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where Charlie just doesn't listen and he's responding, and he's like, yeah, I agree.
Oh, he's like,
That's
"Oh,
what David
no!"
does sometimes.
I thought I could
He
wing
definitely
it.
does do that. 100% that is David.
Sorry, I just.
If
Still
you don't know what I'm
deeply
talking
offended.
about, that will be put onto the Patreon chat in a second, and you can agree or disagree whether or not this is a good impression of David.
totally. Oh fuck! You've done that to me before as well, where you didn't in purpose. I'm like, oh shit, oh no. They're like, let's see if I can wing this, and like, all right, then I move on to another topic, and like, oh okay, that was, yeah. So my apologies.
Still can't believe it.
I can't believe what I don't like Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah. You're missing out on so much.
I know, but I don't have time.
Like,
Okay, here's another thing. I didn't have time. I literally don't have time to be playing such a long ass game. And
you could do a live stream and practice your reversing with it.
reversing a
Yeah.
carriage?
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not a bad idea.
now
Okay,
you're
okay.
thinking
I
about
see.
that,
I see.
aren't
I see.
Yeah.
You could mix it up a little bit.
I probably won't. I'll be honest with you. I probably won't. I'm sorry. I can't be. I got kids. I gotta look
You've
after them.
annoyed
and
me
stuff.
as much as Daryl does because he refuses to play it as well. He's
Well,
seen me play it, and he's happy with that because he's seen the story and he thinks it's amazing. He won't play it himself though.
Well, that's fine. I'd be fine with that. I'd be
No,
fine with
because
watching
you don't
somebody
get the
play.
same joy. You're missing
No,
out on the joy.
I sometimes
You're
don't
not
want. I
realising
don't.
what you're missing
I
out.
don't want to. I play everything on easy mode. If I play the Call of Duty campaigns, give me the easiest possible mode. You know, where it doesn't matter where I shoot, I'm gonna kill the guy. You know what I mean? I don't want.
Oh yeah, I agree with the easy mode. Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like, so that's the same
I
thing.
suck at
I
The
might
only
as well
thing-
be just watching somebody play it, because I just want the story.
The only thing I don't like about Red Dead Redemption 2 is I wanted, you know how like GTA Online, it's just you just go on and people can join you. You can go off and do whatever missions you
Yeah,
want
the
and stuff like
online
that.
is missing out. Yeah,
Is dog shit.
Yeah.
And so me and Kale got it so we could play in like kind of because we expected Grand Theft Auto,
online,
but
It's
with
nothing like
horses.
it.
And we're like, yeah, that sounds fucking. No, it didn't work like that at all. It was all like different specific game modes. I'm like, well, we don't want to do this. We just want to go around
Yeah.
and just
shoot
just
people.
kill shit and yeah,
Yeah,
kill people and ride horses.
That
I
sounds
feel like
amazing.
we've come here with a very simple list and it's disappointed somehow.
yeah, and then you've
Right.
got to survive as well.
Yeah,
No one wants that shit. Oh, if you don't feed your
No.
horse, it's gonna die. Fuck's sake! I just want to play a game,
No.
dickheads.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, the online sucks.
Sounds like it.
I'm so disappointed.
Right. Should we end it there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we should have ended it when you did do it. But anyway, yeah. All right,
Well, if you want, I can. If you want, put this in, and then you can do it for that.
we'll see.
So yeah. Right. Thank you so much for listening. If you haven't listened, how did you get this far? But we shall see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. Our podcast manager and editor is David. Thank you very much, sir. He's
You're very
sat
welcome.
on his phone. So I wasn't.
It's not my
concentrating for
job
that
to
part
do
there.
this. It's your job to talk, and I'm just able to.
Well, I know, but I wanted you to be like ready and waiting for like you know how this outro is supposed to go.
I'm supposed to go where we're not talking at all, but you know.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Well, no, yeah, it's true actually. Yeah. Hosts myself, Chloe, and David. Obviously, you've watched the whole thing. By this point, you should fucking know who's on the podcast. But we're still doing outro. Massive thanks to our Patreons who support us. We're in live chat, and thank you very much for that. We have two groups of people. Some that we love a lot, and some that we love half as much. And the ones that we love a lot is Arthur Job, Dildo, I'm Having an Orgasm, Jack Goodwin, John Brown, Justin Reaney, Master Bates, Me Hall, Phil Starkey, Esh My D, and Stephen Patterson and Timu. Thank you very much to all of you. We love you a lot. And we also have Big Mike, Gavin Williams, Neil Rees, Trucker Joe, Danny Flynn, the Huang King Master, and Trucker Nozza. Thank you to all of you guys. We love you a lot, but only half as much as the other guys.
Trucker Naza, by the way, you search what he does on Instagram. He has a very interesting trucking job. So yeah,
He does. I genuinely,
Yeah.
like to the point where it completely derailed the beginning of the whole episode for like a solid 10 or 15 minutes. So like actually genuinely interesting. So yeah, go and check that out. Trucker_Nozza, I think it is. So yeah, there you go.
Nozza or
Yeah.
ZZA.
And yeah, support us. It's great. And yeah, but thank you very much for
If you're watching on YouTube, please leave a comment. Please subscribe to
Yeah,
our
that.
YouTube. We have a website that Tom is going to eventually fix called salmonslap.com, just in case this video ever becomes viral. And it would be like, oh no, why didn't we mention our podcast? If you want, you can check me out at where I'm on TikTok, my trucking skills, and that's it. Nobody else does any
That's a
fucking
good
social
point.
media.
Well, I know, but why don't we plug each other? You should be plugging your thing at the end of the podcast
I should.
each week. Yeah, I
should.
don't know why we've
Really
never
to
done
plug
that.
though?
Either way, thank you so much for listening. We shall see you next time, and goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Yep. What they said.